Welcome back from Lime Tree Lane. As a boy in the 1980s to a multi-talented father of three, Johnny Christopher Daley has been a star almost all his life. Since playing the lovable troublemaker in the 1980s TV show Lime Tree Lane, Daley has racked up enviable achievements in various areas of the performing arts.
Come be a badness back at that. Policeman crazy. Police inside. Some boys to be striped on the field and the stripe on the beer.
In acting, in directorial work in numerous productions, the creation of the reality TV show Comedy Bus, the face of several ad campaigns, to now host of his own radio show. At the tender age of 35, Johnny Daley is celebrating 25 years in Jamaican entertainment and is right now on our stage. Daley, sir.
Wait for
Finally, sir.
Finally. Hold on.
The man.
See, they pop the color for real.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
25 years.
25
Unbelievable.
years. Well, it's not so unbelievable for me, but it is 25, yes.
Did you ever get a chance to be a child?
Yes, I would say so. I mean, in Jamaica, children really don't get to be children for too long. I mean, quite frankly, every child, after, when you reach 12, them start to say, yo, you have to take responsibility for yourself. Yeah. But I enjoyed my childhood. I remember 10 years old, 11, 12, and still enjoying the times as a child. But to be honest with you, I really was working at that time. From 10 years old, I was employed, I was working.
You have not looked back,
no,
have you?
No.
So how did you cope with fame at such a tender age?
You know, I have to thank the people I was working with at the time. I mean, you know, it's a very humbling thing. The good thing is, this is Jamaica. We don't get the millions and the limo like those people up north. So we were very humbled. We were humbled by the situation.
Or the bum rush from the facts.
Or the bum rush from the, well, the bum rush was there in a Winford. And I played on the team.
You know what I mean? You get your
fair share. Yeah, I mean, my fair share of screams and met about hundreds of people and the girls bum rushing and all of that. I went through all of that during my teenage years. So that happened. No, please, because some people know who I get that feel like them is the only one getting that.
Okay.
But I mean, I was shielded by the very people I was working with. I was a child, so they felt that I think they had an added responsibility to take care of me.
Now, who do one fluffy pillar call Oakley doing here? Watch him to know in a yellow tie and Malcolm X cap on.
Ensure that I was doing my homework while I was shooting.
Yes, how did you balance that with homework,
you know,
school, stuff like that?
I used to just, it was a regiment. I used to go to school. Lime Tree Lane was shot in the evenings after 7 o'clock, between 7 and 12 in the night. Sometimes it went on to 2 a.m. in the morning. But I used to leave school, go to JBC. I literally lived there, did my homework there, then started rehearsing, then shooting Lime Tree Lane, then going home, and the routine continued for about 7 years, 9 years. Yeah.
Looking back 25 years, Johnny, what would you consider to be some of your best work, your best moments?
I've done so many great works, and you know, I mean, I've worked with all the greats in the business. That's one of the things I'm most grateful for. And you name them. Charles Hyatt, you know, God rest his soul, he's passed on. I spent hours with Charles Hyatt, rehearsing and acting and staying backstage, watching this consummate performer work.
Yeah.
You don't leave that kind of experience without getting something from that person if you're interested in the business. You don't leave working with Leonie Forbes without taking from her discipline, her ability.
Standard bearers.
Oh my God, standard bearers. Oliver Samuels. Yes. You don't go on tour with that man and see the notoriety, the kind of welcome he gets. We came off a plane in a small island, and almost the entire island was waiting for Oliver Samuels to come off the plane. So when you tour with somebody like that and you see that, you're saying, wow, if I can get to that stage in my career, I'd be grateful, you know, if I can even get a piece of that. So I took from all these greats, and I'm still working with some great people, but I'm telling you, the Glenn Campbells is still alive now, traveling the States same way, and I have tremendous respect for those actors. People like Audrey Reed, I can call names, you know, I mean, whole heap of names.
So you're writing, you're producing, you're directing, you're even singing.
Yes.
Radio hosting.
Yes.
Everything, Johnny.
Why not? I mean, over
where are you most comfortable?
I am most comfortable working Honestly, this stage is my baby. You know, I was wondering why you never called me on stage before, because on stage is where I've owned my skills. You know,
Okay.
I love acting. I love performing on the stage. I love sinking into characters. I love taking people on journeys, which is why I love stand-up comedy so much, because it gives me a chance as a solo act to take you on a journey with me, telling my story. And oftentimes I'm talking about myself or things I've seen. So I love performing on the stage. And then there's music, and there's a musical side to me that lots of people don't even know about. But if you watch my clips on YouTube, the productions I've done in the UK, which required me to sing and to work with musical folks, then you'd see that there was a talent there all the time. It's just that in Jamaica, we tend to label you and box you in a little bit. But I think the example that I'm trying to live and breathe so that other young actors can realize, don't be boxed in here. Don't take because they tell you that you're a comedic actor, that you can't do drama. I won Best Actor for better or worse, doing a dramatic role.
Okay.
So don't take that.
Are you doing so many things in the performing arts, Johnny, because of the economic truth or economic reality in Jamaica? You're kind of forced into wanting to dabble into some of these areas because sometimes you can't even pay for the resources, the talent to do these things.
It's a rough life being an artist in Jamaica, no doubt about that. And we all have ups and down times. And sometimes you find that the down times is probably the best time to get creative.
Yes.
The downtime is a time when you start thinking, okay, you know, just like a farmer, if you're planting cane all your life and then something going wrong, then tell you that diversify. You know, plant some pepper, plant some yam, It's the same thing for your career. Go and try to do something else. I discovered that, hey, maybe doing plays all the time can't take me where I want to be. So maybe stand-up comedy was the genre for me. And then that's how I started thinking near 2000. Why am I just relying on plays and theater? A phone call, somebody to audition me. Let me go out there and step out and do some stand-up.
Yes, and part of what you did too was to create Comedy Bus, a television series.
That was an amazing
Why did you stop it? I mean, you bust man like Shabbat and so on and so forth.
You know what? Comedy Bus, as much as it was a beautiful experience, I was so stressed from Comedy Bus. You wouldn't understand the stress.
TV.
Myself,
TV
and
production.
Lewis, television production.
Yes, I do.
It was stressful.
I do.
And after the second season, I said, I don't want to do none of this. I just want to host a show another time. Yes. I mean, I don't want to do it again. We still own the franchise, you know, myself and Colleen. So there is a possibility that it can always come back. But at the same time, I'm so happy that it turned out so many great people.
Name some of them.
Gosh, I mean, obviously there's Keith Shabada Ramsey that everybody knows, but then there's also a Dufton Shepherd who is now doing very well in the market.
Yes, yes.
There's also a Ron Gunter who's now in the States doing some great work overseas. There's also a Dwight Samuels. There's also, I mean, I can name a bunch of people.
Your fan base. I know you're in the diaspora.
Definitely.
You're in the Caribbean diaspora,
Definitely.
not just the Jamaican diaspora,
Definitely.
the entire Caribbean diaspora. Where else are you that we may not know?
What Jamaicans don't know is that when I walk in the UK, I have white fans walk up to me. One Love, the movie, was amazing.
So like Shabana,
no, but listen,
don't take one for white.
Listen, no, I'm telling you, don't. No, it's not. I mean, I like all fans. Whether you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Hindu, it's not an issue for me. I'm not going after specific, race.
You're just working.
I'm just working. But they need to know that when I go overseas, I've been approached by white people. I've been approached by black people with a certain ilk that you would never think that they were watching Jamaican stuff. Jamaican creation.
Such is the power of your work and of our culture.
Definitely. And so people should understand that this is big stuff. I did, when I was a teenager, a series called Going to Extremes.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
I went down there to the one episode. I was on set when I heard a phone call from the director that said, hey, you need to write some more this character back in the film. I was in high school at the time, in third form. I left for a week. I ended up spending a month on the North Coast. Now, imagine, I'm 14 years old, living my dream, working on a set, being picked up, being paid in US. I'm staying in a hotel by myself. I'm living the life here at 14 years old. So the bug, that I got bitten very early, I mean, no wonder I'm still in the business trying to get, trying to do this.
How's the radio show doing?
Excellent, excellent. I want to thank Nationwide for letting me go. and Cliff Hughes for having me spend 4 years at Nationwide owning my skills at a station that is predominantly a news station, and they're so disciplined there about broadcasting that I picked up a lot. I learned a lot.
From them?
From them.
So there are no bitterness?
No, at all. None at all. Every experience in my life to date has been an absolute learning.
So you're now at Sun City Radio?
Definitely.
And you're kicking
thing shot,
between
turn up
the hours of
6 to 9 o'clock in the morning.
And you're running, you're blazing.
Listen, Kingston metropolitan area. There's a myth that Sun City is a Portmore station. Now, not only people in Portmore listen to the station. Now, we broadcast in St. Catherine, we broadcast in Kingston and St. Andrew, we broadcast in St. Thomas, we broadcast in Maple. I mean, we are global. Big up to the folks in Kitson Town who lock in every morning and boys can't.
They'll get a bill later.
The thing turn up.
Yeah, you're Sun City.
The thing turn up.
Sun City is going to get a bill. Talk about your family.
My
Father
family?
of 3.
Yes.
Johnny, you go on bad enough.
No, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Congrats, sir. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
You're a married man.
I am a married man. I big up to the wife, Mrs. Daley. And of course, my 3 kids, my son, my eldest, is now in first form at Kingston College. My daughter and my other son, they're all in school. Listen, I have a full-time daddy, full-time entertainer, full-time actor, full-time radio. I'm doing it all right now.
Johnny, you are celebrating 25 years
Yes.
at the Jamaica Pegasus.
That's right, November 4.
Huge event.
Huge
They're
event.
actually, you're being honored.
Yes. My colleagues,
It's a tribute
my
to you,
peers
to your work, to your
yes,
25 years.
Yes.
So they're throwing this for you.
Yes.
You're not the producer of this event.
Well, you know what? Imagine that entertainment. My agents said to me, we need to do something. And I said, well, I like roasting. I watch it on TV. It's an American thing. But I like the fact that it's not, 25 and we know him long time. No, I want them to come and say, Johnny, you're a bastard. I know you a long time. I want my friends to come and have a riot, mouth me a little bit and light-hearted humor. And I figure, let's have a roast. Let's have a Jamaican roast, And bring my friends there. So the big names, IT Fancy Cat, Elva, Iceman,
everybody's
Iceman and Bossy Boy Flight and everybody, Miss Kitty, all them going to be there.
And the public access?
Public access, my tickets are $4,500. It's a charity event to Halfway Tree Primary School. That's my alma mater. And we're giving back because that school is an excellent institution that continues to churn out excellent students, above 90s average at GSAT, still don't have a lot of things. And so I'm hoping that what I can give back to them will assist them. And this is not a one-off thing. I've spoken to the assistant vice principal, the vice principal there now, Mrs. Webster. She used to beat me, in 2th grade. Mrs. Webster, I went to the school and it was nostalgia.
She used to fix your business.
She used to fix me. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, something, if you tell her, man, that piece of my mind. but we give him back because, Halfway Tree Primary is an excellent school. And somehow I'm hoping there are some people, Winford, who have graduated from that institution. It's almost 100 years old. That's never been back there. They're doctors, lawyers, business people, doing very well now. Schools still don't have a past student association.
So you're calling on them.
I'm calling on them.
Call them out.
Come out. I'm calling you out. Come and contribute to this event. And don't think that Johnny's trying to make money off you. This is not about that.
Monday night.
Monday, November 4, Jamaica Pegasus. 7 o'clock, come and get some free food and drinks. I'm not just taking your money. You're giving you some free food and drinks.
That's a treat. Any amount of money would be worth it.
Definitely.
Any amount of money would be worth it.
And Winford, thank you so much for bringing me on stage. I'm on stage. Daddy! Chop back, big up yourself. All of the Chop back family knows how they are right now. It's gonna be crazy.
All right, we take a break. Whatever happens, we're the break. But we take a break right here.
On stage, Jesus!
To come right here on stage.
No!
This is signal.
Busy there?
And whatever else.
Pull up. Sound a beat and the bass a pull up. They want to tap in the club. No, man.
Prodigal. Also coming up.
Step up. Testing same way, 1, 3, not test 2 same way. Me them want get out. Can't touch me same way, them